Hi guys, how y'all doing? It's your girl Tinker Goddess, and I just wanted to come on here to share with you guys my story, okay, as to why this day, November the 4th, is so freaking special to me. This is the day that I rejoice. This is the day that I show extreme gratitude, which I show gratitude every day because I'm thankful to be alive. But on this day, when in 2007, I was shot two times by my former ex-boyfriend, and he later killed himself shortly after he shot me. He killed himself. Okay. um I was dating this guy for about 4 months, and we moved really quick. We dived into things really quick, and then I just started seeing obsessive behavior. He was showing me obsessive behavior, like trying to control what type of job I work. He didn't want me working around a lot of guys. He wanted to move me away from the town and things of that nature. And oh my gosh, like, so just bear with me because I don't want to really leave anything out. I want to tell y'all how this happened. And for a long time, I used to feel so emotional when this time of the year come. I would feel so down on myself, and I didn't have nobody to talk to or express, my feelings. But I feel like my spirit guides want me to share my truth and my story, because maybe it could help somebody that's going through a domestic situation right now and they're not taking it serious. Like me, I didn't take that shit serious. You really have to take things serious, because people will freaking kill you if they obsessed with you. If they have that mindset where, as to, if I can't have you, nobody else is gonna have you, they will kill you, and they will kill themselves. Okay? Because they ain't just, some people just don't be saying shit. Some people really be either mentally ill or just downright evil. Okay? So, um, me and this guy started dating in July. It was July 2007. We moved really quick. I moved him into my house. Uh, and things were okay. Like, he never hit me, he never beat on me, or none of that. All this shit just really happened, you know, rapidly. His actions and the uh the aggressive shit, this happened rapidly. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I noticed when I was dating him, he always kept a gun on his side, and I be thinking in my head, why this dude, always got this gun on his side like this? Like, why? I ain't never seen nobody just always constantly carrying that gun. If he going in the bathroom, he got the gun right here. If he going to work, he had a gun right there on his side. Like, and that's a sign of a person being paranoid. See, I really feel like uh he was mentally mental. I feel like he had some mental issues. I don't know, and I'm not 100% sure because I didn't confirm that with his family. But I just feel like it was something that just you know either he had anger issues or something like that. But anyways, I moved him into my home in July. I think it was July or August. Could have been August. But like I said, things were okay up until I started working at this job, and I was around a lot of guys. And this town was a really small town, so everybody knew everybody, and you have messy people throughout the town. So, like, if I talk to somebody at work or something like that, then these messy people, get the information. They go back and they let him know, oh, she's talking to somebody. Like, I can't talk or conversate with people on the job. So then he brings it to my attention one night. He's like, we was at his friend's house, and he was like, I want to move you away from here. I want you to go to school, and I want you to be a nurse or a teacher. And I said, that's not what I want to do, though. And he was like, well, this is what I want for us. And I want to get married to you. Now, I'm 20 years old. Back then I was like 20 years old. I didn't know nothing uh, about, just turned 20. I had just turned 20, okay? And I didn't know anything, about marriage. I wasn't, I was living my life, taking care of my kids, trying to work, you know what I'm saying? And just be a young adult. And I was like, I don't know about the marriage part, we kind of moving too fast, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I noticed this about him. He always kept that gun on his side. I don't know that I say this previously, but he always kept this particular gun on his side. And I said, I wonder why this dude always carrying this gun on him like this. If you go to the bathroom, if you go to work, he got the gun right there on his side. There was a red flag right there. So, anyways, he shot my car up first, because I had obviously gave him a key to the house. He had to have a key when we was living together. But when he started acting weird, I asked for my key back one night. I was like, man, I'm gonna need my key back because I really want space. I said, things is just, you're confusing me. Things just really not, I just feel like we need space. I know when I said I feel like we need space, those were my exact words. I feel like we need space. And he was like, space? What we need space for? He was like, is you trying to go back to your baby daddy? And I said, no, this ain't got nothing to do with him. I said, I want space right now. And I was like, I would like, to get my key back. And he was like, well, I don't have the key on me. I can give you the key back tomorrow. So let me tell y'all what he did. He went and he got him a key made. He got him a key made. And this is how I found out he had got him a key made, because on that Thursday night, he came, I was asleep, had gotten off of work, I was tired. He came busting into my house, and he was like, he was looking around, like he was looking for somebody. He was like, where he at? Where he at? Where he at? And I was like, nobody not in here. I was like, what's wrong with you? You gonna wake the kid? Where he at? Where he at? And I said, nobody is not in here. And so he sat down on the bed. I said, first of all, how you get a key to my place? I asked for the key back and you gave the key back. But how now all of a sudden I said, you went behind my back and you actually got another key made? And I told my mom, I was like, he got another key made. And she was like, that's kind of weird, baby. And so, like I said, that Thursday night, he sat on the bed. Wasn't nobody in the house. He thought he was going to catch somebody in there, but wasn't nobody in there. And he was like, he started crying, y'all. And I never seen a guy really cry before. And when he started crying, it really kind of frightened me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, am I hurting him? Like, I feel like everybody's entitled to space. If you're dating, sometimes you might need that space to decide, get your man right, get some clarity. And I'm like, he was crying. He was like, I was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? Why'd you go behind my back and get another key made? I was like, I can't really trust you like that. And so he was like, man, only thing I gotta say to you, I had saw females, since he was all on me about, what I was doing, or, trying to encourage me, because I know it was people going back telling him, because they didn't want to see us together. And those guys that didn't like him was making sure that certain things, lies, was getting back to him. And I think somebody had told him it was somebody at the house. And I know exactly who this person is that told him that, because this person was mad because I turned him down. So, I guess he was trying to seek revenge. So he goes behind my back, and he was friends with this other guy. So he gives the message to the other guy to tell him, tell him somebody was in her house. Because he immediately called me after this shit happened. That's how I know he played a role in this. Okay. like an instigator, but he was lying. So, anyways, let's get back to the topic. So, after I asked him, I said, "What's wrong with you?" And he was crying, and his words were, no, I have to say this before I say that. I asked him about this girl text that was in the phone. I said, "Well, why you all on me about this? Then why is you texting so and so, so and so?" And then he was like, we're not talking like that. We were just conversating. I said, but you telling me, or you trying to come at me, and accuse me of doing things, but then you texting and you calling, this girl, which I had already talked to the girl or whatever, and she was like, yeah, he was trying to holler at me, and this and that, but we not, I don't like him like that. We not together or nothing like that. Like, we ain't never done that. And I was like, okay, cool. So, and then he called her that night, trying to get verification. And he was like, now, do we go together? Do we, have we fucked? Have we? And she was like, no. And so I was like, okay, cool. So after that little ordeal was done, this is what he said to me after he was crying. He said, only thing I gotta say to you is, I'm gonna meet you at the crossroad. And I was laying down. So I was like, crossroad? What is he talking about? And so after he said that, he left out. And as soon as he left out the house, I hear a bunch of gunshots. And I thought he was shooting in the house. But when I walk out, I see he shot up my car, y'all. Yeah, he shot my car up. It was 3 bullet holes on the hood and 1 bullet hole in the windshield. Okay? And I called the police. So the person that came, the police officer that came, was my cousin. He took the report or whatever, and he didn't. It wasn't like he took it serious. This is a serious matter. What I'm saying. He was like, "What you do? This and that." Now this guy's father, the guy that I'm talking about that did the shooting that I was dating, his father was in law enforcement too. Okay. So, anyways, my cousin came and did the report. Okay. However, I don't think that they had arrested him. I don't think they even arrested him. So, anyways, so after he shot the car up, I called him and I said, so and so, because I'm not gonna say his name. I said, we gonna say that his name is Tim. I said, Tim, why did you just why you shoot my car up? What's wrong with you? And he was like, he said, bitch, fuck you, dick sucking bitch. Just some of that nature. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, you actually shot my car up. I said, you're crazy. And so we hung up the phone. Okay. So let's fast forward. This was on the Thursday, right? So he don't go to jail, nothing like that happened. But he wanted me to drop the charges, right? And I was actually gonna drop the charges, y'all. I was actually gonna drop the charges. But I didn't. I didn't do it in a timely fashion. He shot me before I could ever drop the charges. So this happened on the Thursday. So let's fast forward to that Sunday. He texts me, right? And he texted me and he's like, come to the car wash, because he used to wash people cars off on the side and detail the car and stuff like that. And he had another job, but he used to do that on the side. And he said, come to the car wash. I got something to give you. I didn't know what he was trying to give me or nothing, because I didn't ask him for anything. So I go to the car wash. My kids is in the car, because me and my kid's father was about to go and get some clothes and stuff for the kids, because he had just started a job, and I think he hadn't gotten paid. He had got paid or something like that. So it was a Sunday, and he was like, "While I'm off, then," and I was like, "Well, you could just give me the money," but he was like, "Nah, if you could just take me up there with you, and we can do the shopping together." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So he texts me. This guy Tim texts me, and he's like, I need you to come to the car wash." And I was like, "Why? What's up?" And he was like, "Just come to the car wash. It's something I want to give you, something I want to talk to you about." Maybe, he said. So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I go to the car wash, and When I pull up, I get out the car, and he's like, I walk up to him, and I was like, "What's up? You know, what you want? Cause I gotta go do some shopping for my kids." So he walks over to me. He turned his head and looked in my car. He's like, "Who was that in the car?" He was like, "Is that so and so, so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah, what?" He was like, "You got so and so, so and so in the car with you? That's who you got in the car with you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, you got that's who you got in the car with you." He was like, "Okay." Then he was like, "This what I want to give you." So he reached in his pocket, and I look, and I turned around and look at my car, you know, and then as soon as I turned back around, only thing I saw was he pulled out his gun and he just started shooting at me a bunch of times. And as soon as he was shooting at me, I was bagging back, bagging back, screaming and hollering. I was like, "Oh my God, he's shooting me! Ah, he's shooting me! Oh my gosh! Ah, help me, help me, help me!" So my kid's father got out of the car and ran toward him with the knife, but he jumped in this person's car that he was detailing. Tim did. He jumped inside this person's car that he was detailing, and he took off. And he went to a location where he used to take me. And he was like, when we first met, he was like, it was like deep off in the woods. And I was scared when he took me there. He was like, he go there when he having problems and he want to clear his mind. He go off into the woods and he just sit and look at the trees or just sit. But this place, y'all, was motherfucking scary. Like, this is deep off in the woods. And it's nothing to even look at. Just trees. It's like a secluded area. So, damn, and I didn't think nothing about that. So basically, the kid's father put me in the car. I was still standing up in the street, still holding myself like this. I was holding myself like this, okay? Blood coming out. And people were looking and shit like that. So I get in the car. I get on the passenger side. Kid's father get on the driver's side. We called the ambulance, and the ambulance was like, "We can meet y'all. It'll be best if y'all come on." So we tried to meet the ambulance halfway. So when we jumped in the car and went the same way that he went, he was basically in the middle of the road, because this is a 2-lane road, and it's like a 2-lane road that people don't normally travel on, because it's like in a rural area. So he gets in the middle. He puts his car in the middle of the road so we can't go around him. And so I'm like, I'm still conscious and I'm holding myself. I'm like, uh, uh, baby daddy, you see what he doing? And then all I hear my baby daddy is saying, "This bastard, he is really not trying to let us get through." And we blowing and everything. He was like, "He's not trying to let us get through. What the fuck is he doing? Nigga, what the fuck is you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And so he finally turns off or something like that, and he let us through, and we go on through, and then we meet with the ambulance, right? It took us about 20 minutes, and then we saw the ambulance, and the ambulance saw us, and we pulled over on the side of the road, and the ambulance, got me out the car and put me in the car, and I don't think I was telling my kid's father while we was on the way up there. He was like, "Baby, stay up. Please don't die on me. Please don't. Just stay up, please." He was panicking, y'all. And I said, "I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay." And I said, "My kids. That's what I'm worried about, my kids, because I have 2 kids, and they was little small kids. I think one was like 1 years old, and the other one was 2. My boy and my girl. So I'm like, I'm looking at them, and that's what was hurting me the most. I said, "God, please keep me here for my kids. I can't leave my kids like this, And my kids didn't know what was going on. They were just playing with each other in the back seat, laughing and playing and stuff like that. And I was looking at them, and that's when I was getting emotional. And but then they put, like I said, they put me in the ambulance, right? And I asked them, I said, "Am I gonna make it?" And they was like, "We don't know." He looked at me and he started crying. The ambulance, it was the guy and a girl, white guy and a white girl, and they took good care of me. And if I could see them today, I would give them a big hug, because one of them was scared, and I said, "I'm gonna be all right." And he was scared, and he just put his hand on my head, just doing like that. And he was like, "Hang in there, hang in there." And I said, "Am I gonna make it?" He said, "I don't know." And I said, "Okay." And so they rushed me into the hospital, and they cut my shirt open, and I can't I was in and out, so I really can't remember all the details about the hospital part. I do remember my kid's father come into the room. My mom's in the room, and the doctor was telling my mom, uh, "It's a good thing y'all made it here on time, and it's a good thing she threw her hand up when he was shooting, because one of those bullets was an inch away, or just a little whatever inches away from hitting my spleen. And if it would have hit my spleen, he said it's nothing that we could have did. She would have, bled out or whatever. She wouldn't have made it." And they started crying. I remember that everybody started crying, but I was so high off of that medication that they gave to me in my IV to, you know what I'm saying? So, but I do remember my kid's father coming into the room. The doctor was in there, and he was like, I said, "What happened? Is everything okay?" He was like, "I think everything is okay, but I got something to tell you." And I said, "What?" He said, he killed himself. He shot himself. And oh my gosh. And the doctor said, "Why did you tell her that? You don't tell her that in the state that she's in right now. She don't need to hear none of that information." And oh my gosh, y'all, it was like my heart. My heart was like, I don't know, I was feeling some type of way, and I was like so sad, just feeling this feeling. I don't know, I can't even explain to y'all what type of feeling it was. And so whew, like I said, this is my first time really telling this story right here. So but with the help of my angel guys, my spirit guys, the divine, my creator, the source, God, I'm right here, right now, telling you all what happened to me. And I'm hoping somebody can take it serious and leave a situation that's toxic. Okay? And people, after that shit happened, I walked away with a broken arm. My arm was broke. Bullet fragments, pieces of bullet fragments is still in my arm. Uh, I mean, it changed my life. My life changed after that happened. Because I had people lying on me, saying I said things, asking him for money. I never asked him for no money when I approached him. He texted me and asked me to come over there. And if it wouldn't have happened the way that it happened, see, he was already premeditating this shit. I'm going to meet you at the crossroad on that Thursday. Now, he didn't see me with anybody that Thursday night when he shot my car up. He didn't see me with anybody. He was already upset when I asked him for space. When I asked him for space and I asked for my key back, and he knew inside of his head, I feel like he knew what he wanted to do to me. And it didn't matter who he saw me with, they just put the icing on the cake. And literally, what he didn't even know was I wasn't even fucking around with my kid's father. We didn't have sex or nothing. Because, we already had a lot of issues with each other. Me and my kid's father already had a lot of issues. that we both weren't willing to patch up. You know what I'm saying? And if I did, I would sit up here and tell you. But this was premeditated. Okay, this guy knew inside of his head what he wanted to do to me. And don't you think on that Thursday night when he shot my car up, and before he left out, before he shot up, he said to me, "Only thing I gotta say to you is I will meet you at the crossroads." And he proceeds to walk out of the house and shoot the car up. He went behind my back after he pretends to give me my key back, and he goes to get another key made. What does that tell you? And he was going through issues, family issues too, because I know his mom came over to the house and they were sharing the van. His truck had got repossessed, and they were sharing the vehicle, the van. I think he had paid half and she paid half. I don't know, but all I remember is uh that day she came over and she took the van. We was sitting in the kitchen and we hear somebody outside and she take the van, and he was pissed off. And then they called each other and they were arguing. Yep, they was arguing. And it was a lot of things he was telling me about her and stuff like that. And I'm telling y'all, I just really feel like this boy just had so much, man. And he was 27. He was 27, I was 20. I feel like he had so much resentment in him before I even came into the picture. But then when I came into the picture, me loving him and listening to him and listening to his problems and stuff like that, he probably never had nobody ever to. And he told me, I never had nobody like you before. But I know it was obsession. He was obsessed with me, very obsessed with me. And it was the deadly type of obsession, whereas if I can't have you, bitch, ain't nobody else gonna have you. Nobody. And things happened the way that it happened, because if it would have happened any other type of way, think about it. I could not be sitting right here sharing my story with you guys, because he could have easily shot me in the head, shot me in the chest, and took me to that goddamn location that he killed himself at. He could have easily did that. You know, I'm just saying. So you never know who you laying beside. You never know. You never know. You never know what somebody is going through, and trying to mask their emotions and trying to hide their mental illness and stuff like that. A mentally ill person will kill you if they are not taking their medication. If they not, seeking treatment, they will motherfucking kill you. And then they'll get off by pleading insanity. And here you go, your life is gone. Okay, you young or you're old, whatever, don't matter age, your life gone. That then took your life away, but then they get to live and see another day. And that situation moved me to be in law enforcement, and I did. 4 years later, I was picked to be in law enforcement. They picked me, they hired me. I went through the academy, the training for 12 weeks. And I suffered when I went through the academy, because my PTSD would show up in the form of when we would have to shoot at the shooting range, because it took me a minute to pass the shooting, because I would freeze up. And I didn't know none of this shit. I didn't know nothing about PTSD. I didn't know nothing about that until that occurred. And they was like, you might need counseling. Did you ever seek counseling? Did you ever see? No, I never seek counseling for that. After that shit happened to me, I didn't seek any kind of counseling or nothing like that. I just went to college for a little bit and decided I didn't want to go to college and just started working. Started back working. So, yeah, I didn't seek any type of counseling, and I should have. So don't be afraid to seek counseling. It don't matter how other people look at you. If you're a victim of something like that, you can seek counseling. It's okay. It's just to help you to heal. Because I didn't properly heal from that. Because I blamed myself for a long time. And how can I blame myself now that I realize, how the fuck can I blame myself for what other people, other people's actions? Because literally, and people say, well, you the fault. How am I at fault? It's, how many times people that I've dated broke up with me or ain't even give me an explanation, cheated on me and just broke up with me and say they need space. And do you think that I killed them? I've been cheated on so many times, so I can't even count on my damn fingers. But do you think that I went to the person that cheated on me? Do you think that I shot them? Do you think I stabbed them? Do you think that I killed them? No. Do you think that I tried to attempt to kill them? No. Because we have free will to be with whoever we want to be with. And if you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody, you need space. That's your boundaries. That should be respected. A person should always respect your boundaries. And when they don't respect it, that's when you know the answer. Because everybody is entitled to free will. And I have free will. If I ask for space, I ask for space. If I don't no longer want to be with you or continue this relationship, you should respect that. A person should respect that and move on. That don't mean that you got to kill me or shoot me. All because you're obsessed with me and you don't want to see me with nobody else. Like I said, guys, I just have to express so much gratitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to be complaining. Cause my angel, my spirit guide, the divine, the source gave me another chance. I went through those things for a reason. To learn my motherfucking lesson. And I don't play with people's feelings, emotions, none of that. I don't do none of that shit. And if people around here playing with other people's feelings, emotions, stop it. Stop it. Because you don't know a person's mental state. You don't know if they're mentally weak or mentally challenged. You don't know what they've been through in life. You don't know none of that shit. So be careful about playing with people. Like a lot of these girls and women, they just go with men for their money. Don't do that shit. If you don't want to this person, and you don't just get with him because he make a lot of money, and vice versa. Men do it to women. Men mooch off women. You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself in their position. Would you want somebody taking advantage of you? Would you want somebody getting your money and knowing that they don't like you a lot? And I'm just speaking in general because this is what I see now within this generation. I see this shit a lot. I hear it in the music, the songs, even on TikTok, like that one song. This is how you pimp a nigga. Make him think you love him, take his money, then you dip on niggas. Yeah, dip on niggas. That shit ain't cool. That shit is not cute. And I'm gonna speak out on it. I'm not taking nobody's money. I don't want your money. I'm independent. I pay my own motherfucking $1,075 money in rent, $200 in light bill. Okay, I make sure my kids eat real motherfucking good. I make sure that they got clothes on their back, shoes on their feet. I do what a mother's supposed to. I do this shit by myself. And I'm a mother. I'm a real mother. And I give my kids the love that they need and the attention that they need. I make sure that I budget. I make sure I set aside money. Every week they get their chores. They do their chores. They get their allowance. They don't do their chores. They don't get no allowance at the end of the week. Okay? I make sure that their homework is done. I help them with their homework. I even get them pop quizzes. You know what I'm saying? I spend so much time with my kids. I have a strong bond with my kids. Okay? We go to the park together. We we even do activities together. I put my kids first. Ain't no man gonna ever come before my kid. And right now I'm celibate. I've been celibate for about 6 months. And I'm gonna continue to be celibate because I'm on a spiritual journey and I can't afford to give my energy to a person that don't deserve it. If you're not on my same level of consciousness or you're not spiritual awakened, I cannot waste time on you and have sex with you and exchange my precious energy, in return. What am I getting? I've been lied to thousands and millions of times. So I don't need no more lies. I don't need no more inconsistency. I don't need no more drama. I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it. If you're not real and you can't keep it real and be a loyal person to me, I don't want you in my atmosphere. I'd rather be with my kids and my children. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these women and stuff like that will put a man before their kid. And I'm not doing that shit. Your kid needs you, baby. Your kid is gonna be there when that nigga or that whoever he is gone. Your kid is gonna be there, looking you in your goddamn face, and probably saying in their head, "See that you was the damn fool." I'm just saying, y'all, take care of your kids. Show your kids love. Don't neglect your kid. They didn't ask to be here. And but most of all, my story right here, this is my story, my truth, what I went through, what I experienced. I just want to say, see, if you was listening closely, you will see that the people that I thought was my friends and was cool with me was going behind my back, instigating, telling lies on me. And they were part of the situation too. Because they was going back saying things that wasn't true. Lying on me because, jealous of the relationship that I had with him. Then you go and you lie. So you can't trust people. You don't know what the people you calling your friend or your buddy or whatever, you don't know how that person feel about you. Honestly, you'll never know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, people have hidden agendas, bad intentions, and hidden motives, and you have to protect yourself at all costs. It be the ones that you think won't shit on you, those be the ones that will shit on you. Yes, they will. Drop a whole turd on you, baby. A whole smelly ass turd. Big long one, big long turd. Big green turd on you. Yes, they will. I'm just saying, be mindful of who you allow into your life. See, we need to stop complaining about life. Stop complaining and take action. Do it. You are the co-creator of your life. You hold the key to your happiness. And when writing your book, don't let nobody else grab the pen. You got to write your book the way you want your book to be written. You in charge of your own happiness. So if you're not happy right now, make yourself happy. This is a person that's been up. I've been up and I've been down. I've been way up there, high in the sky. Take a trip, take a vacation, having a nice, gorgeous home. You know what I'm saying? Then I fuck up and get married to the wrong motherfucker and lose it all. Letting giving up my stable career and sacrificing it, trying to move 7 hours away. Although I had a job waiting on me, got engaged to this guy, and then he turns out, soon after he, get engaged to me, and we had been knowing each other for a long time. We used to be friends. You know what I'm saying? Get engaged to him, and while I'm at work and stuff like that, on the weekends I had to work as a dispatcher at the hospital. He's sitting up here on dating apps called Badu, trying to hook up with other females, using me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, here's again, you don't know people. You think you know people, but you really have no idea. That's why I fucks with nobody. Like, I'm not too quick to fuck with people. Okay, I paid attention to the lessons that I had to learn in this lifetime, and I learned from these lessons, and I don't go and make the same repetitive mistakes that I made, before. I learn and I grow. And like I said, most importantly though, y'all check this out, ladies, men, because men can be in toxic relationships too. Because women can stab you and hurt you and, do shit like that. When you don't ignore the red flags, this your life. Take it serious. Your life is precious. And if you got kids, your kids need you. Because ain't nobody going to raise your kids and love your kids like you. I'm telling you this. So don't take what I'm saying. And if you know you in a toxic relationship and you know this person is obsessed with you, man, you need to do something about it. But I'm glad I was able to come on here and share my story with you guys. I have to make about 14 candles today. I got an order on my Etsy shop. I make candles and stuff like that. I make all different types of candles. Love candles, money candles. I make cereal bowl candles. Uh, I make donut candles. I do it all. Uh, yep. So if you need a candle or anything like that, don't be afraid to reach out. You know what I'm saying? I also do tarot readings. I do uh work too, like root work. I do that. If you need help with your life, you want to turn your life around. This is coming from somebody who's been homeless. And now I'm in a beautiful condo. I was homeless 2 years ago, fucking with the wrong person. This is the problem. I'm telling y'all, I had a stable career, law enforcement, but now I run my own business, work on my own time. Things is going great for me. So my life, honey, my life has been one hell of a show. So if you want somebody to help you, you should get help from a person that's been at the bottom, at the top now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a very humble person. You know what I'm saying? I'm real humble at heart. I don't brag. I'm not materialistic. I'm all about trying to help people and heal them because I know how to fucking feel, and I had to heal by myself. I didn't have no support. I know how that feels. So once again, I didn't mean to talk for so long, but I really gotta go right now. Like I said, when my spirit guides and my angels is talking to me and telling me I need to share my story, speak my truth, then I just have to do it. And I spoke my truth to you guys. I love you guys. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you. I do subscribe back. I'm not one of them type of person that's selfish and just only thinking about myself. I do subscribe back. And if I haven't, just leave me a comment. And don't be afraid to comment on my stuff. I'm not a know-it-all type of person. Like if you're on a spiritual journey too, and you know things that's beneficial to me, I mean, let's exchange information. I'm just a down-to-earth, passionate person. And I love you guys. Stay true to yourself. Be blessed. Enjoy your day. Remember, don't take life for granted. Okay? Create the type of life you want. And if you down right now, honey, you can get your ass back up. Sometimes it take you falling on your ass. Yes, I was homeless, didn't have a home, lost my home. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't give up. I believe in myself. And if it's something I want, I'm gonna get it. Cause I'm gonna make sure. Now you gotta put in the work. Because you know what? Your spirit guide, the universe, the divine, the creator, the source is going to help you, guide you. But if you got the wrong person in your life, you need to get rid of that person before you reach out to the universe to try to even receive any type of assistance because they could be blocking your blessings. I've experienced it. As soon as I let that person exit the door, as soon as I gave them the exit ticket, all of these blessings start coming pouring down, pouring down. You know, and I'm thankful for every day of my freaking life. You know, and like I said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you watch my videos, you are amazing. Have a good day.